I've had German Shepherds for over 25 years, 30 years. After I lost my last guy, he was kind of a young dog, had cancer, died quickly. And so I was dogless for a little while, and I just assumed I was going to get another puppy, but I moved to Belfast and started my job at the shipyard. And Michael and I were really busy, and I started seeing on social media all these dogs that needed homes from shelters. I had no idea. As I got more and more into it, I saw thousands. I decided a puppy was a dumb idea for me. I worked a lot, away from home all day, and I started seeing older dogs. And I thought, I'm gonna get a senior, because people don't want to adopt them, which is crazy because they're the best. So I saw a dog in California on Facebook that was in a shelter, and it was red listed, which means they could kill it at any time, and his name was King. And it was viral on social media because he's such a beautiful dog. It was a rescue out there, and they never ever adopted out to people far away. They only did it locally. And I talked to her at length, and she called my veterinarian, and she got some references, and she finally agreed to let me get this dog. Other good people told me about transports coming across the country. I booked one, and he arrived. I mean, he was just an amazing dog. 7 years later, I just lost him. He lived a very long time, and he was an inspiration to so many people. So I knew I wanted to start a rescue, but I knew I wanted to make it a better process. So that's why we started Miracle GSD Network. We have a very good reputation. Many of my dogs come from California. I take some from the South, and I take owner surrenders from here. These are city dogs for the most part, downtown LA area. Some of them are owner surrenders to the shelter, but most of them are strays from the Los Angeles area. And so they've possibly been on the streets for a while. They get picked up by the dog catchers. The dogs are always smelly and dirty. Then they go to the shelters, which are, for the most part, high-kill shelters. If they're not adopted or rescued, they're put to sleep, which is very sad. The shelters work really hard to get the dogs out, but too many dogs, not enough space. I work with several shelters out in California. I have relationships with many of them. I am allowed to pull dogs under my 501c3 at some of the shelters. Some of the other shelters, I work with a rescue partner. When they get off the truck today, and I finally get to meet them, that's a big deal to me. There are 6 dogs on the truck today, and that's about my average. Hi, guys.
Good morning. How's it going?
They have been on a truck for a few days. It's always very stressful for me and the dogs, I'm sure. And I'm usually a nervous wreck when it happens, meeting the dogs the first time and trying to coordinate everything. I'm lucky because I have some wonderful friends and volunteers to help. We're going to be driving some to the kennel this morning after they offload, and they'll be picked up by their fosters there. And we also do foster to adopt. So those are, they think they want to adopt this dog, but they're not 100% sure. They want to meet the dog and live with it, so they don't want to commit to a final adoption. So we'll do a foster to adopt, and if it works out, great. Probably 60 in 2 years. I do about 30 a year. It doesn't sound like much, but it's a lot. These are big dogs, and there's a lot of work involved. When I match up a dog with the adopters, and they take the dog home, and then I start getting updates and amazing pictures of these dogs at camp with their family and swimming and going places. I think that's probably the best thing.